Morning, dear students. I hope you all are fine and safe at home. Dear students, today we are going to continue our chapter 3 of civics. The name of the chapter is the government. In this, we will study today about three main types of government, or you can say three forms of government. Three forms of government are democracy, monarchy, and the third one is dictatorship. Okay, let us read about the democracy. This is the most popular form of government of the people, by the people, and for the people. People participate in political and decision making process without considering their race or color. Our very own country, India, has this kind of government. Let us know about the monarchy. In this type of government, a monarch, a king or a queen, has absolute power to run the country. In this type of government, people do not have the right to choose the ruler. Like if you see in the neighboring country, Bhutan is practicing this type of government. Dictatorship. In this form of government, all the power rests in the hands of one person or a small group of people. Countries like Egypt and Syria has this form of government. Let us read the chapter. Forms of government. The government can be of different types depending upon the source from which the government derives its power. Democracy. If the government derives its power from the people, then this form of government is known as a democracy. In a democracy, the people choose their own leader. Elections are held in which people vote and choose their representatives. Once elected, these representatives form the government. They take decision on behalf of people and are therefore answerable to the people for their decisions and actions. Our country, India, has a democratic form of government. Monarchy. In a monarchy, a territory or a country is ruled by a single person. You can say a king or a queen. Such type of government was commonly found in ancient times. This form of government was acceptable in the past. However, it still exists in some countries such as Saudi Arabia and Oman. Under this form of government, the monarch has the complete power to run the government and take all important decisions. He may consult small groups of people to arrive at a decision, but the ultimate decision making power rests with the monarch. He is not answerable to the people for her or his actions or decisions. Dictatorship. This type of government is dictatorship. It is called an authoritarian form of government. In a dictatorship, a person or a group of people exercise complete control over the governments or the country. There are no elections and people play no role in the governance of the country and enjoy little or no rights. Adolf Hitler of Germany was a dictator. Universal adult franchise. Universal suffrage means right to vote. Democracy is a representative form of government where people do not participate directly in the decision making process. Instead, they choose their representative by voting in the election. These representatives make decisions for the entire population. The process of voting is crucial to such representative democracies. A government cannot call itself democratic unless all its citizens exercise universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise means that every adult has a right to vote. For example, in India, every citizen who is 18 years and above has the right to vote. However, in most of the democratic nations today, there has been long struggle for universal adult franchise. Not every adult in the society was given the right to vote in these democracy in the early years. India is a democracy, but even for India, the struggle to achieve democracy was a long one. India has been under the British rule for almost 200 years. During this period, several attempts were made by Indians to participate in the governance of the country, but these attempts were not encouraged by the British. As a result, India was able to grant universal franchise to its citizens only after getting independence from the British rule. Before independence, only a few people could exercise the right to vote. Generally, people with property or wealth were allowed to cast their votes. Women and people who had no property or wealth were not allowed to participate in the election. After independence, India took measures to include these sections of society in the election process and introduced universal adult franchising. Women suffrage movement. A case study. The right to vote or suffrage, as we understand today, was not given to all till very recent times. Women and poor people across the globe had to struggle for their voting rights or a suffrage. The movement of a people to acquire voting right is termed as the women's suffrage movement. Women joined the workforce in a large number during the First World War. Before that time, it was commonly held belief that the woman's main role was to look after the home and their family. Politics and all activities outside the home were left to the men. But during the war, the situation changed. Men were out fighting, and the task of earning the bread fell upon the women. They started organizing and managed different kinds of work. They were involved in taking important decisions. People realized that they had unnecessarily stereotyped women and treated them unequally. Some women took up the courage to demand voting rights for all. Such women were known as suffragettes. Finally, their efforts yielded results and women were given voting rights in America in 1920 and in UK in 1928. At other places too, people struggled to establish democracy and introduce universal adult franchise. France, for example, gave voting right after the French Revolution of 1789 only to those men over 25 years of age who owned property and were wealthy. Women and men below 25 years as well as the poor were excluded from casting their votes. It was only in 1946 that universal adult franchise was introduced in India. Universal adult franchise in India. You can see people are casting their votes. So, what is universal adult franchise? It means the right to vote. Okay. So, students, you have to read that chapter completely. Chapter number 3 of civics. Read it thoroughly and learn the back exercise. Thank you and have a nice day.